So let's say I come down and my face is more open, or you're someone who hits the ball more to the right. You can feel that your left elbow works more behind you and your left thumb towards the target. This should make the ball go less to the left, more to the right. Left elbow behind me, left thumb towards the target. Good, and that's a ball that's more likely to curve to the left, less likely to curve to the right. Let's do that one more time. So left elbow more behind me, left thumb more at the target. A little bit more of a freer release pattern will help square the face. Left elbow behind me, left thumb at the target. Good, and that's a ball that's gonna go more to the left. All right guys, in today's video, we're gonna talk about how the lead arm and hand work through impact. Couple quick things before we get started. Number one, our schools for this summer, 2-day golf schools at Bethlehem are already filling up. The first 2 have already been completely full. If you'd love to come hang out with us for 2 days for a golf school in Bethlehem, certainly we would like to have you. We'll put a link in the description down below. Now, if you can't make it to Bethlehem, we'd love to work with you through CogornoGolf.com. That's the only place that I'm coaching outside of the golf schools. It's where I interact every day. I'm in the Facebook literally every day talking with members. Would love for you to be involved with our team there. You can post your swing up, get feedback from myself and the coaches, get access to everything we have and everything you need to take your game to the next level. Would love to have you at CogornoGolf.com. Put a link in the description down below. Now, in this video, lead arm and hand in the golf swing. This is something that I've had on the list to talk about for a little bit. And I saw Bryson, DeChambeau, and Chris Como on the Golf Channel talking about it, a little bit of this in one of the videos. And what this is where your lead elbow and your lead thumb point during the downswing and how they work can have a dramatic effect on your release pattern, where the club face is and where the ball goes. Let me explain. Now, if we look at your lead arm, lead shoulder, arm and hand here, and I kind of put it out in front of me. For my lead arm, if we look at it from shoulder through elbow, the upper part of my arm, I can rotate that part of my arm from shoulder rotation, okay? We have internal rotation, which is my thumb kind of going to the right from my viewpoint, all through shoulder. Elbow goes from down towards the ground up to the target. It's internal rotation, external rotation. That's the upper part of my arm, shoulder rotation. I also then have forearm rotation. So if I kept this part the same, I can change that through forearm rotation. Okay, don't let that confuse you. Just shoulder rotation, forearm rotation. During my downswing, what Bryson talked about was during his downswing, maxing out the internal rotation of his left shoulder or elbow. If you took your lead arm at your setup position, let's say your elbow's pointed at you or just to the left, and you make your elbow point more to the right, okay, or more at the target, that would be internal rotation. So if I put my glove on and I take my setup and I took a normal lead hand setup and I went like this and my elbow's at me or just to the left of me, depending upon where you go. Now at impact, if I made that arm, my elbow work more towards the target while my hand stays on the grip, that would be internal rotation. The more my elbow's at the target or to the right, the less that I can physically square the face, right? So if I do this during my downswing, and I actually try that, if I take my normal setup, put my arm out in front like this, and I get my left elbow, we'll do it in golf posture, take your left elbow from where it is and make your left elbow point as far to the right as you can. That'd be your shoulder going internal. Now try from there, keep your elbow there and try and turn the face. You'll see you can only turn it a very little bit. If I now let my left elbow go back behind me, I can turn the club face as much as I want. Your left elbow being more in, or shoulder and internal rotation, doesn't allow you to have as much forearm rotation. What does that all mean for you? That means it can be a little piggyback, a little safety bank thing for you for not having to hit the ball to the left. So how would I apply this? If I come during the downswing, take my normal setup, at impact, I'm gonna feel my left elbow be pointing more at the target here instead of behind me. At the target, see how that's turned? Behind me. Hand stays on the club, elbow moves in space. That's fully internal. Left elbow at the target is gonna make the ball go less to the left, more to the right. Let's hit one with that. So setup doesn't change, that's the same. During the downswing, lead elbow pointing more at the target. Let's go ahead and do one with that. Good, and again, the more that I do that, the less hand rotation that I'm able to have. Now, if you hit the ball left already and you wanted to kind of do a double whammy here, what you would feel is your lead elbow turning more towards the target and keeping your left thumb pointed towards the right. So elbow at the target, this is behind the target, this is at the target. Left elbow at the target, left thumb pointing to the right. This is the anti-left version. Elbow at the target, thumb to the right. That's a ball that's never gonna go to the left. Now you might hit one or two to the right in the beginning, but if you struggle with a hook or pull to the left, that would be the version that you have. Now that's really just part number one, general explanation. Hopefully you guys got that and that's not too complicated. But let's talk about some other ways you can use your left elbow and your left hand depending upon where your club face is. Okay, version number two, we know if my left elbow stays internally rotated at the target, I can't rotate my forearm as much, I can't square the face as much. Version two is to let this left elbow start to point behind me, externally rotate my shoulder, let my left elbow point more behind me, and let my thumb start to turn towards the target. So let's say I come down and my face is more open, or you're someone who hits the ball more to the right. You can feel that your left elbow works more behind you and your left thumb towards the target. This should make the ball go less to the left, more to the right. Left elbow behind me, left thumb towards the target. Good, and that's a ball that's more likely to curve to the left, less likely to curve to the right. Let's do that one more time. So left elbow more behind me, left thumb more at the target. A little bit more of a freer release pattern will help square the face. Left elbow behind me, left thumb at the target. Good, and that's a ball that's gonna go more to the left. Okay, version number three would be for those of you who really need to do a lot to square the face during the downswing. I would preface this with, if you need to do this, if your face is already too open, I would do and check things that set up in the backswing, get the face more square earlier. Watch some of our other videos on that. But if you decide you don't want to do that and your face is more open, you're hitting it well to the right as a right-handed golfer, you can exaggerate these pieces. Get your left elbow not just behind you, but let it go way point straight behind you and let your thumb point to the left, right? So left elbow directly behind you, left thumb to the left of the target. That would really square the face with shoulder rotation and hand rotation. So this is the double whammy. Left elbow well behind me, left thumb well behind me. This would be the double whammy close the face. Elbow and thumb behind me. Yep, and that's both of those, and that's the biggest hook that I hit so far. But again, if you're struggling with the ball going to the right, you want something simple to take on the course, you can do that. So let's just go over those one more time. Option number one, and I'm dumbing this down a little bit, but let's keep this simple. Option number one, left elbow stays at or right of the target, left thumb points this way. Elbow at the target, left thumb this way. Option number two, medium ground. Left elbow about 45 behind me, left thumb towards the target. Left elbow 45 behind me, left thumb at the target. Option three is the double whammy, which would be left elbow directly behind me, left thumb pointed all the way to the left. So three different options with your lead hand and release pattern, mostly depend on where your face is going back. I would recommend, if you have enough speed to handle it, get the face more square early, go with option number one. That would provide you with the best direction control. Now, hopefully you guys liked this video, and I know that you did and you found some value here. I want you to watch the other video on the screen here. It's gonna talk more about these release patterns, help you with solid contact, find what's right for you. And if you did like this video, guys, do us a favor, click the like button down below, it really helps us out. Click the notification bell, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.